In what ways does your media products use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? The media conventions I have used throughout the magazine I have created are based on the genre of R&B and rap/grime. It is important to include these conventions based on other magazines such as XXL, as I want my magazine to be as successful as them. Therefore, I have adapted certain conventions from them. I have used certain magazines such as XXL and Weekly Hip Hop as my examples, and also they match my genre of music. I decided that I should base my ideas from them. However, the third magazine I used was in fact not grime, nor rap or even R&B. It was pop, and I used this to add a bit of mixture towards my magazine, and this would reach out towards my target audience, as they are mainly young and would be aware of the pop genre more than the grime. So therefore, if I add that in, they will feel like they can get into the magazine and even relate towards it. As I want it to look unique and actually not look stereotypically dark and gloomy in graffiti style. An example of this would be the main masthead, and that is because on the XXL and Weekly Hip Hop magazine, it is at the top of the page and in the centre, whilst the third magazine which I have analysed, which was Q, had the masthead placed at the top left hand side of the magazine cover and was not that big, and this gave me a mixture of ideas of what to do for my personal masthead. Therefore, after viewing all three magazines, I placed my masthead in the centre of the top of the page. I did take some opinions based on the Q magazine masthead, but thought it would challenge the genre too much, and the reason was it would not actually fit in and would confuse the audience possibly. Also, another convention relating to the front cover, which I've used based on all of the magazine which I've analysed, is that they make good use of dead space, as they have added cover lines in key places such as around the image. It makes the text look bold and it stands out so the audience's eye is caught and they can clearly read it. The cover lines are also short and brief, and examples of them are "There is nothing like me left in the culture." This gets straight to the point, and other cover lines include names of certain artists such as 50 Cent within that genre, so this gave me ideas to do similar cover lines within my magazine front cover. This was used throughout all the magazines I analysed. Also, another convention which I added to was the cover line's colour. I decided that my cover shall have 3 or 4 cover lines, as I do not want to bore the reader of the magazine, but also not give away too much and make them want to read it into more to find out more information. Also, when developing my magazine's front cover, I decided to add something different and go against the stereotypical R&B/rap magazines, and that is to include the magazine's website on the left hand side of the page, on the front however, and this is something different by being vertical, which makes it look noticeable. I have done this for 2 reasons: to fill up dead space and also to create something different and make it look unique. As I know that my magazine is going to be new on the market, the selling line which I've included is not behind the image, as the audience is not used to seeing the magazine before because it is new, so they want to see the selling line, so it is challenge of the conventions which I've analysed. The magazines I've analysed were popular and well known, as they have been around for a long time, so therefore the pull quote is known to the audience. The house style I challenged, as the genre of rap and grime usually connotes dark and gloomy colours, but for my magazine colours I have used plain but bold colours, which were white, red and blue. I have used these colours as they will stand out from other rap/grime magazines, as they are usually dark, and these will be bright and they will reach out and catch the eye of the audience. Throughout the magazines I have analysed, the house style for them were all black as for one of their colours, so therefore I've challenged this by having 3 different colours apart from black. Finally, the image I've used for my front cover is a stereotype of the genre, as it is an Afro-Caribbean male person, but unlike the magazines I have analysed, he is smiling and looks no threat, whilst the other ones I have analysed look dark and mysterious and quite violent. However, the angle I've took the picture for the magazine with does not challenge the convention, as it is a medium shot, and that is used throughout the other magazines which have the same genre as me. The contents page for my magazine was difficult, as the magazine which I've studied all had very different layouts between them. Therefore, I adapted different ideas from each one. Firstly, based on feedback such as a questionnaire, I decided to have one main image as the background for the text to be written on top, which was not similar to the front cover, and that challenged the magazines which I've analysed, as they had related images such as the model wearing the same clothes, which is a mise en scène, to the front cover. I did this because I wanted the audience to see the model I have used for my front cover in a different angle and possibly surprise them as he is wearing bright clothes and looking happy. Also, this shot is a medium shot, but it is of him kneeling down, which again challenges, as you would not usually see a rap or grime artist kneeling down, as that indicates they are lower than you and usually are standing up looking big, which indicates they are bigger than you and more powerful. The background of the artist is bright, and this goes against the usual grime magazines, as they are near a dark and gloomy place such as a back street with graffiti, etc. The cover lines and page numbers are all located on the right, which makes the image look clear, as that is placed on the left and takes up most of the dead space. I did this because it would be clearer for the audience, even though this challenges all of the magazines I have analysed, as usually the contents page would include lots of images and many other colours of text, but I have kept consistent with my half style and used red, blue for the text for the title alongside the white space at the top. Also, what I have developed is at the time of the contents page I've added an edited section which includes the names of important people throughout the magazine, such as the editor and the models, and this would add a formal tone to the magazine. I wanted to do this so it would make the magazine look more professional to show the production people. This has been used in the magazines I've analysed and is conventional. Also, the cover line indicates small detail of what to expect, such as, in New York at night with no money, and that would tease the reader and tempt them to go into that page and indulge in the story. This is conventional, as it is used in any sort of magazine, not just rap/grime ones. The double page spread again is conventional, but this time is stereotypical, as it shows the grime/rap artist in a dull, boring place, to indicate that he started from a low point and made it to the top. What I mean when I say dull and boring place, I mean that the mise-en-scène is just plain with little or no props, such as a bench even. This is also took from a different angle, and again, it is a medium close shot, as it has more into the model's face and doesn't make him look that small. This picture is also overlapped by a small image of him playing the piano, and this develops the convention as it is used throughout magazines which I have analysed, as they have one big image followed by a small image close by. The smaller image has also got a caption which says, adding the extra touches on his album. And the image shows him playing the piano, again at a medium close-up shot, which again is conventional, as it is used throughout the other magazines to describe what is going on within the image. The text within the double page spread is black and uses the font of Calibri body, and that shows a professional manner about it, as it looks formal, and this is the main feature. However, the pull quote, which is located in the middle of all of the text, uses the house style colours of red and blue, and the main name in the pull quote has a different coloured text than the rest of the text to highlight the importance and also to stand out to the audience so they can be drawn in by the name, which is very familiar within the genre, and therefore carry on reading the story. Also, what other convention which I've developed is that underneath the main title is a lead which is similar to the cover line in the contents page, as it gives the audience a small detail of what they are reading but doesn't give away too much, such as Handshake with Kanye, Call from Ed Sheeran and New York All Nighter, all from a Leeds fan, which is a Wally. This is used throughout all of magazines I have analysed, so therefore it is conventional. The main title is still with the house style colours, as it is blue. Based on the magazines I have analysed, the text is set out in 3 different block columns. To make my double page spread look professional, I have done the same, which fits in with all the magazines I have analysed, so therefore it is conventional. This was done by the rulers on Photoshop, which is separate the text. Finally, I have developed the convention of rap/grime magazines by including a red banner to fit in with the house style, and this fills up some dead space and looks more professional as it fits in with other colours on the page.